Yes, you're right. You're right. Oh, Robin. Yeah. That's I know that English is perfect. you said open. Oh, Robin. Yeah, Robin. So yeah, you know, that's Robin made it. From here, from my house, this is my Sunday. Yeah, like same thing from my house. From my house, like I also take Jesus to buy, but that's what I'm trying to say. Because yeah, like, I live like the parkway to City. Yeah, then like tramway. Like around $6 per day. No, for 2 hours. $6 per day. You know, like that. good.
See, is the angle good? We're just going to start at the bottom, okay? Alright?
Yeah, I know, but I'm trying to see who. I'm not from here. It's not showing anything. You're close. It's picking up the audio. Oh, there it goes. Okay. Yeah, I know. Yeah, oh, that's right. But it's wait. Oh, there it is. Wait, what are you okay, all right. I gotta go now.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I know there's more people in here than that. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. That sounds more like it. Jazakumullah khairan. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Bismillah wa salatu wa salamu ala Rasulillahi wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa man walah. It is my pleasure to see everyone here today on this joyous and historic occasion. I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to bless everyone who has attended and all of our viewers who are viewing currently and those who do not make it. I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make it happy understood and blessing and put barakah in Allahumma ameen. Now without further ado, because I know the brothers and sisters have been waiting for long, we will be beginning our program with none other than the recitation of the Quran. And I would like to invite Shaykh Fuad al-Qassas to give us a few ayahs of recitation, inshallah, to begin with. Fadl.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. كلا إن كتاب الأبرار لفي عليين وما أدراك ما عليون كتاب مرقوم يشهده المقربون كلا إن كتاب الأبرار لفي عليين وما أدراك ما عليون كتاب مرقوم كتاب مرقوم يشهده المقربون إن الأبرار لفي نعيم على الأرائك ينظرون كلا إن كتاب الأبرار لفي عليين وما أدراك ما عليون كتاب مرقوم يشهده المقربون إن الأبرار لفي نعيم على الأرائك ينظرون تعرف في وجوههم نضرة النعيم يسقون من رحيق مختوم ختامه مسك وفي ذلك فليتنافس المتنافسون تعرف في وجوههم نضرة النعيم يسقون من رحيق مختوم ختامه مسك وفي ذلك فليتنافس المتنافسون ومزاجه من تسنيم عينا يشرب بها المقربون صدق الله العظيم.
Moving right along with the program, inshallah, I'd like to invite Dr. Ahmed Salim, inshallah, to give us a few words, and then we will follow that, inshallah.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. إن نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونستهديه ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا وسيئات أعمالنا. من يهديه الله عز وجل فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له، وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له، وأشهد أن محمدًا عبده ورسوله. يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله حق تقاته ولا تموتن إلا وأنتم مسلمون. يا أيها الناس اتقوا ربكم الذي خلقكم من نفس واحدة وخلق منها زوجها وبث منهما رجالا كثيرا ونساء، واتقوا الله الذي تساءلون به والأرحام إن الله كان عليكم رقيبا. يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله وقولوا قولا سديدا يصلح لكم أعمالكم ويغفر لكم ذنوبكم، ومن يطع الله ورسوله فقد فاز فوزا عظيما. أما بعد، فإن أصدق الحديث كلام الله عز وجل، وإن خير الهدي هدي محمد صلى الله تعالى عليه وسلم، وإن شر الأمور محدثاتها، وإن كل محدثة بدعة، وكل بدعة ضلالة، وكل ضلالة في النار. أجارنا الله وإياكم من كل قول وعمل يقربنا إلى النار. أما بعد, dear brothers and sisters, it is a joyful and a great day. It is a historic day for Al-Minhal community. And I welcome you all today in this great event. And we are grateful to Allah the Almighty that we are here present, all of us, to stand up and renew our commitment to the community and also to Allah Azza wa Jalla, that we are here to serve the Muslims and the Muslim children, and we are committing ourselves to do that for Allah Azza wa Jalla with any effort that we can. Today, we are present in Salah al-Din Future Academy at this moment, previously Al-Minhal Academy. Al-Minhal Academy has a great journey, and today, to do justice to Al-Minhal and to the family of Al-Minhal, I'm going to go over the history of Al-Minhal in a few minutes. And my talk would consists of 5 points. First, Al-Minhal at the beginning. As many of you are aware that the birth of Al-Minhal started 2008. And the purpose and the mission was to help create great environment, great Islamic environment to help our children to learn about Allah, to learn their academics with the best teachers and with the best curriculum, without any politics or interference, that I personally suffer from years. And we need to create that environment to ensure the road to success not to be tampered with or not to be changed or stopped. That's why we started as a group of educators to create an Minhal Academy. And again, Allah blessed us to start our first year, 2009. We started right here in Plainfield, in few classrooms next door, until Allah Azza wa Jal enabled us to reach in 1764, New Delhi. And we started our journey. It was a fruitful one. We started at Al-Minhal. MashaAllah, people doubted that we were going to be there. Why? Because all the members of the board, they don't have financial backup. We all tried. And they were thinking this enormous building or duty or project need strong people and with good financial backup. Ikhwan Wallah, at the beginning, our main thing for us was tawakkul ala Allah. We started. We don't have the money for the renovation to start the building. Subhanallah, in 3 months, Allah Azza wa Jalla Almighty enabled us to do all the renovation, which cost $900,000. Allah sent it in our way. From where Muslims, those who love Allah. And we started, and people doubted at the beginning, when I continued 2 months, 3 months, why? Because of the rent. But we started, and here you go, we stayed 11 years. Our contract was 10 years, but we extended that to end the school year 11 years. At the beginning, first 1 year, second year was marvelous. And we were going full force. Unfortunately, we faced storm after a storm of fitna. And Allah, the Almighty, saved us from all these fitna with the help of the parent and also staff, as well as the children and the community members and our students. Alhamdulillah, went through the last 11 years. In spite of our difficulties, in spite of our financial difficulties, we're able to put on the whole entire 10 years of service by the grace of Allah Azza wa Jalla. At the end, we need to go because we cannot stay here. We have to look for another opportunity. Then, after long search, Allah blessed us with this building here. To buy, not to lease anymore. I can imagine if you, at your home, you rent 2,000, 2,500, or 3,000, and utilities, and it would be difficult in this kind of environment. The rent reached out the last year to 34,000, which was very difficult to maintain. We're trying since after 5 years look for a place. We could not succeed until Allah enabled us to have this building. And it was a great opportunity to come here and establish a new home for Al-Minhal Academy. Staff were going right and left to collect money. Students in the classroom with their parents did a lot to collect the money from the down payment. Everybody was excited, everybody was happy, everybody doing whatever they can to secure the deposit for the building. Alhamdulillah, we're able to, the donation was not enough to cover the cost. We have to get loans. And Alhamdulillah, many community members did come to help us, giving us loans to help close the deal and get the building. Now this is point one, we got the building. 11 years. To close this 11 years that have been had, alhamdulillah, again, even in spite of our financial difficulties, you can critique our management, you can critique our way of doing things, but the main fact remains that the electricity was not cut off. All the children from day one to the end studied in the classroom and continued their years with success. All people used to go to the masjid 5 salawat and learn from prestigious youth. Those who adored the sunnah and those who were doing day and night classes and helping the community directly. Again, even with our difficulties, we did not compromise in education, in Islam, in our deen. At the end, we have 125 children, high schoolers, graduate and join prestigious universities across the United States, especially in New Jersey. 27 of them finished college and now they are working in prestigious jobs. May Allah continue to bless him and the family. Some already married and have kids. This is the fruits of Al-Minhal Academy. In spite of that, we have 66 of us, girls and boys, those who rise and have Quran by heart. These are fruits of Al-Minhal, the work of the teachers of Al-Minhal, the work of the shuyukh of Al-Minhal, the work of the sisters of Al-Minhal. They were blessed by Allah to help them achieve this kind of goals. Now, we concluded that point, that segment. We moved to a new point, which is 232 East Front Street, here, this building here. We moved here in July 2019 with an ambitious agenda. In 3-4 months, we'll be able to clean the building and we're going to start renovation, and hopefully by the beginning of the school year, we are going to start the school. And when we're leaving, I was relieved, all of us, that the time of fitna we are away from any kind of organization. We are the only Islamic school in Union County, and we are away from competition. And hopefully we'll have peace during our stay here. But subhanAllah, another big wave hit us the first month we are here. Again, may Allah forgive those who caused that. May Allah Azza wa Jalla open their heart to understand their stand was wrong. Because their concept was, we'll not be able to renovate the building. We'll not be able to have the building open. We'll not be able to bring people in the school here. This is the premise of the person who did all of that. This is understanding. I can tell you about Tawakkul ala Allah. There is one person, one of those who visited the building here. He knows about construction. After we went through tour at the beginning, first, second month, we stood in front of the main door. He asked me, Sheikh, how much you think the renovation will cost? I said, roughly, I don't know. I've been into schools before, 700, 800, I don't know. I will see. He said, Sheikh, is not going to cost that. I have experience. Will cost at least 1.2 or 1.5. I said, inshallah. He said, how much you will have from that? I said, Tawakkal ala Allah. This is the only thing I have. I don't have anything in the account. We go day by day. He said, inshallah, Tawakkal ala Allah, and left and walked away. Today I will tell him, I wish he is here to understand Tawakkal ala Allah, it works. And Allah will aid poor slaves and will give him again victory to build the house of Allah. In how if one mistakes sometimes. Again, this weight was too much that we could not continue working. in the building. I come one day in the building, the padlock everywhere. I cannot get in the building. Who is blocking me from coming inside the word Muslims? I'm not going to mention any names. Allah knows them. I cannot do anything with him. We need to finish the work. We cannot. We come to disagreement. I reached to many of the shiur to intervene and to help. Unfortunately, no success. We stay steady. Then, now we are going to the end of 2019. No, cannot do anything here. Now 2020. Now we have no other option except to save the building. The building was going to foreclosure on that brother. Then we had no other option. We reached out many Muslim communities. Unfortunately, nobody was able to secure the building. And in 1 week, we have to get into this bad to save the building, or we lose all what we put in and all the renovation. Then we went into this bad day, it was July 2020. And we came here. Some of the brothers here, they were helping us, and they were working with us. Then when we started July, August, we need to put the doors, we had the material, but we need the work, the labor. I can remember one brother got his check from his job. He gave the check to 10 workers, 5 workers, and they said, Sheikh, I don't need to take the money. They can take the money and do the work. He began to put the good seed in the building. Alhamdulillah, we started. By this is for me, Allah bless him and his family and his children. Allah. Who continued? It was not enough. Again, as I mentioned, one sister pulled out from here in Fort O'Gate to one to pay 25,000 from the job to help us to start continuing the work. But still was full. We need a lot of money to continue the work. What happened? In December 2020, we've been again trying our best to secure a loan, because we had the loan from July to June 2001 to secure the two and pay it off. We found the financial brothers who found another loan, which bad deal also. Since the time, Allah knows how many calls I made, how many trips I made, how many meetings I did, but nobody was able to even extend hand, even for the renovation. Those who are around me here, they don't understand what I'm talking about. Then, what happened? After that, we tried. Then at the end, by the city of Plainfield. We tried our best. We tried to do the renovation, calling people to help, calling a masjid, calling community member to come and help us to complete the renovation, to enable us to get the CO. But even whenever the little we get, it's still too far. But we are moving in the right direction. Now, in the December, I got a phone call from our beloved Sheikh Karim. That Sheikh Karim was booking him and another beloved brother, Dr. Salah, for having an online program. Then I told the Sheikh, I'm working on that for almost a year, and I have it ready. I don't know, I'm still working on it, but I need financial support. This is step number 3, the birth of SAFA. The beginning of SAFA, Salah Din Future Academy. In that December, Sheikh Karim Hafizahullah arranged a meeting with Dr. Salah. MashaAllah. I didn't expect all of that from Dr. Salah, the kindness and the good words and the encouragement from Dr. Salah. I was very happy after the meeting. Then we said we can, Dr. Salah said I would do support all the needs of the online school, but under one condition, to have it a neutral name. I said, I'm fine. We are here for Allah. We are doing this for the children. I'm not looking for a legacy. I am doing this to serve the Muslim children. Then we all sit together and we choose a name. Salah Din Future Academy. And we ask Allah to help us to raise our kids in the school to be leaders like Salah Din. What happened? We started. I had one request from the doctor and Sheikh Karim to help us to get the CO. I need money to continue the work. Alhamdulillah, they both agreed. We're going to support Sheikh. We're going to give you 100,000 to do the work. Did they fulfill? More than what they said. They were paying the contracts and the work started going on. And we're excited to finish. Now, we finished. We started 2021. Salah ad-Din still does not exist. We still on paper, we still planning stage. Now we are working the building. Hopefully we get the CO, then we can secure the loan that we already talked about before. Now we continue to work. We're working more money. Sheikh extended to 125, which is still more money. While we are close, now we started Salah ad-Din Future Academy in September. And we started with one concept in mind. We are to divide our work professionally. And we had built that on 3 aspects. One, Dr. Salah is the president and he will be in charge of all the finances. Sheikh Karim will be an executive and he will be directing the religious affairs. And me, I'll be in charge of the education. At this moment, I was relieved because I no longer, when I just go through hardship, payroll after payroll and rent. I said, Jazakallah khair, I don't want to touch that. And mashallah, they both said to me to do that. Alhamdulillah, we started. 2 weeks after, another story began. 2 weeks after, I was hit by Felix. Felix, the new loan, from the bank, sent me foreclosure notice. We did not finish. Now we are between, because supposed to end in July or June. We could not get the CO. Now we're stuck. We cannot go anywhere. We cannot get new loan. Now he is taking us foreclosure. We found a lawyer to postpone that till December. And the lawyer did. He said, you have until December to see what you're going to do with the building. Now, 3 weeks later, I was sent by Felix again from the same level. What he wants, he gave to us notice November 11th, November 10th to put the building in auction. This building, the building that we are enjoying now. At this time, I have no way to turn except to Allah to ask Him to guide me. One disaster after another, tested from Allah. Then I start to reach out again to Sheikh Karim, to Dr. Salah, to help me because I had nowhere to go. MashaAllah, they came here and a few brothers, and during that week, we went where Dr. Salah lived. We stayed all day trying to see a solution for this problem. Understand there was nightmare. Every night, I'm worried I'm going to take the building. Every night, I'm worried what I'm going to say to those who give us loans. What I'm going to say to the donors. It was a nightmare. I hope and wish you understand what you said from my shoes. Anyhow, they said, everybody said, please try to avoid the auction. This is a serious matter. They can take the building in 1 or 2 days fast. There is no process. Then we try to ask many experts. All said, the only thing is to have the money ready. Otherwise, they are interested in the building. Because they know the value of the building is higher than before. And they are interested in this building. Subhanallah. The Sheikh and Doctor keep working, talking, communicating. Then they hired a lawyer. Then he started negotiating with them. Finally, they said, if you pay 138,000, we'll give you a chance 90 days. We'll take the auction off, the foreclosure off. And if you don't pay the rest of the money in full, we'll take over the building without any court. Now we don't have 138,000, we don't have even 2,000. Then again, Sheikh Kareem and Dr. Salah worked communicating with others to help secure that money. I was praying the Dhuhr, and here Dr. Salah walked in the masjid, his masjid. He said, Sheikh, alhamdulillah, the money secured. The money is secured. The building will be saved. I said, may Allah reward you. Is it true? I said, yes, I'm telling you. We're working me and Sheikh Kareem, and inshallah will be done. The following day, which November 10th, 1 day before the same day of the auction, they were able to wire transfer the money, and the building was safe. Now, stage number 4. What we are going to do? We have 90 days, and if we don't have the money, they can take over everything here, and the Muslims will be great losers. Subhanallah, Sheikh Kareem started this campaign with Dr. Salah, communicating with people across the country. And alhamdulillah, I don't want to go through too much details on that, maybe she continue, but was again nightmare every day. Just the only thing, hope is Allah Azza wa Jalla. And فَإِنَّ مَعَ الْعُسْرِ يُسْرًا إِنَّ مَعَ الْعُسْرِ يُسْرًا. This is the only hope we have in Allah Azza wa Jalla. Finally, February 10th, Allah bless Sheikh Kareem and Dr. Salah to be able to secure that great payment, which how much was over 1.6, 1,600,000 and a change. Sheikh Kareem will tell you the numbers. This all paid by Al-Minhal Academy, Colorado, as a coordinator, which doing business as Salahuddin Future Academy. I needed to make dua for these two brothers. Why? They put everything that they have to secure that building. Their building, their Islamic center, they put it as a collateral to help us to secure Al-Minhal Academy here. I'm grateful to Allah Azza wa Jalla, then to these two brothers who rescued Al-Minhal Academy and the families of Al-Minhal Academy and the children of Al-Minhal Academy. But the name of the organization is the organization that secured all of that. And they are responsible to pay this to the owners and the people they got it from. Salahuddin Future Academy. That's why we are grateful to Allah that Al-Minhal will be Salahuddin Future Academy. Now we end the one chapter. Now we are under Salahuddin Future Academy. The same thing you did with structure was structured for the online, the same thing for here. All three groups, Sheikh Karim will be in charge of religious education and executive, also Dr. Salah is the president and also charge of the finances, me in charge of the education. And this is the thing that I would like to do. Alhamdulillah, now the building is secured for all the Muslims. Now they can start getting the benefit. And subhanAllah, after that, Allah making it easy one day after another. Today it passes inspection. Today this is second inspection, plumbing inspection, electrical inspection, day after another. Until we got the Temple CO, which I didn't believe. I was thinking after 2 months, then subhanAllah, the guy who automatically from the city that sent it to us by mail, by the email. Now we can start enjoying SAFA, Salahuddin Future Academy building, which and Minhal Academy previous. And we enjoy that without any fear of another lender or FedEx or anybody coming to attack us in the building or to attack us at home. We are grateful to Allah Azza wa Jal that He made it possible for us to be here. Now, stage number 5. Which is the last one. I'm taking much time, but please forgive me. This was very important for those here are here to understand what went through. Why? Because people thought now people talking again, you cannot stop the battle. They've been talking bad since day one. Here, Sheikh Ahmed sold Minhal to Sheikh Karim, and now he had two schools operating in Egypt, and he lived in Makkah. Allahu Akbar. All these lies, Shaitan is busy with one. Subhanallah, now we have Salahuddin Future Academy. I tell you, we're going to start Ramadan. And our Sheikh Rajab, the head of the Arabic Islamic Studies Department, will lead Tarawih prayer. And please join during Ramadan too. Enjoy the recitation and the classes in the building. Sheikh Karim also will be here, giving Jum'ahs to help us and help Sheikh Rajab. Please come and enjoy. Now, officially, at Minhal Academy, which is now Salahuddin Future Academy, is going to be in business now. Summer school is coming. Very strong summer program. You can see summer programs here and there, but please wait for our summer program in 1 week. Will be, I know, many kids in many areas lost out of academics during COVID. We are here to do coaching pilot program to help them out. And also plus summer program, which our kids can enjoy this facility, can enjoy this night gym, can enjoy the swimming pool, can enjoy the fitness room. And this is what I'm going to tell you. We're going to be starting in September to start our new school year. We are prepared. We had the top curriculum, but we are hiring the best staff, and the fun of all the staff are coming, and we are working hard to have great program for your kids, and you will see it when you come to visit us in the open house. We're going to introduce to the first time robotics, technology, and home economics, because we are blessed to have the full picture. We're going to start teaching our young ladies cooking classes, not just randomly. No, it will be a curriculum to be added to our high school curriculum in the school. Swimming would be added as part of the physical education. Fitness would be added in the program. All of these would be new programs for all the Muslim Ummah to explore and to benefit by. Today, if you pre-register your kids today from the board, registration is waived. You don't need to put money now for the registration. Just tell us how many kids you have and you wish to be part of this program. We are telling you, we are committed to serve you and the children in the masjid as well as in the school. And we are working hard to have the best programs for you and your kids. I want to have a few messages at the end. I want to thank our children and students from the beginning till now. Those who were patient with us and made it possible for us to be here. They were the reason. If it was no students, we're not going to have a school, we're not going to be in this building. But mashallah, they did a great job and they give us the record that we are proud of. This is the record. This is the record that we show to others to convince them to come and help here. The future generation of this Muslim Ummah. For the parents, thank you for your support these years and helping us to reach the milestone. For the staff who work day and night to till this time to help us to be here, even some of them suffer because of our lack of financial difficulties. I told you 34,000 rent. If you wouldn't use your mind, you understand how tough it was. But even though in spite of that, they came to the class every day and they finished the school year without any interruption for the children. May Allah reward all of them. May Allah continue to bless them and the families for making this day historic day and possible. Again, thank you today to the donors. I tell you, you are blessed by Allah. Because you put in without knowing the future of the place. Now we know. Allah bless you. Now will be a sadaqah jariyah for you. Now money is used to produce Quran, to produce Hufar, to produce strong leaders of Muslim Ummah here in America. You were the reason. Allah made you the reason to do that. For those who were small. Also, your loans will be paid off. But you did help a great cause for Allah. And you can see for yourself what kind of benefit you're going to get from Allah in the days to come. When you see the children are learning and benefiting in Salahuddin Future Academy. Finally, I will tell you, we're trying to open a class. We will decide by April 11th. Being parents, I know some of the kids are staying home, 3 years old, 4 years old. They cannot afford to go to school, and they are staying home with their mom. I'll tell you, we have something for you. We hope if we get 10 students to start paying only $300 a month, which is very opposed, and our gift for you to open that class. If we get this 10 students, inshallah, we'll talk with the board to open that class. They will stay here April, May, and June. I hope to be able to find 10 children to start that program. But inshallah, in July, we'll begin our summer program, the 5th of July, after after the Independence Day. If one at the end, I thank you for listening. I thank the Shuyukh and Dr. Salah for their dedication. And I ask Allah to bless them tremendous. Now, please, there is one person who is not with us today. He was a great helper to me here. He was a hidden soldier, and there are many hidden soldiers from the team here who made it possible for us to be here. They work from home and they come to work here. Fi sabilillah. May Allah reward them for making this event possible and for spending all this time to make this successful event. But this brother, he was coming here once every week, sometimes twice, to sit with me in the office with cold, no heat. And we try to clean the building. If the smell was bad, he will bring members of the community from MCMC, from Al-Wali, from other organizations, to those who feel that they can help the project. And I meet with them and they go. I meet with them and they go. Subhanallah, this brother stayed for the last 2 years and a half, doing that silent. He doesn't need to be to be the whole thing. He did this from his heart. Subhanallah, Allah Azza wa Jal took him and he in the care of Allah Azza wa Jal, Brother Imran Subhanahu. We ask Allah the Almighty Subhanahu wa Ta'ala to forgive his sins and give him the highest place in Jannah and to protect his family and children. And please, when you are by yourself, I will ask you to make dua for him in private. That may Allah Azza wa Jal give him the best place in Jannah. With that here, I thank you all for being here today. I thank you for the support. I thank you for showing up to support the cause of Allah. May Allah let Salah Ad-Din Future Academy place run with the strength, with the best in the market, the best in Islam, the best in academics. أقول قولي هذا واستغفر الله لي ولكم استغفروه والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله.
تكبير تكبير الله أكبر.
Jazakumullah khairan. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reward you for these motivating words. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to bless everyone and for their patience and understanding. To move the program further along, inshallah, without any delay, I would like to call upon Sheikh Karim Abu Zayd to give us a few words, inshallah, and momentarily we'll be having the advertisers moving throughout the floor, inshallah. So without further delay, Sheikh Karim Abu Zayd, you can, inshallah, fadl with a few words, inshallah.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له، وأشهد أن محمدًا عبده ورسوله. اللهم صل وسلم وبارك على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه وأزواجه أمهات المؤمنين وعلى من اتبعهم بإحسان إلى يوم الدين. My dear respected brothers and sisters in Islam, جزاكم الله خيرا for being here today. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reward you. And I wish to just convey a message through a chapter in the Quran which is called Al-Ankabut, which is the spider web, a famous chapter, one of the Makki Alif Lam Memes. We know that there are Madani Alif Lam Memes and Makki Alif Lam Memes. The Madani Alif Lam Memes, Al-Baqarah and Al-Imran. And the Makki Alif Lam Memes, one of them is Al-Ankabut, Al-Rum, Al-Sajdah, and Luqman. Look at this beautiful chapter. Alif Lam Mim, أحسب الناس أن يتركوا أن يقولوا آمنا وهم لا يفتنون. By Alif and Lam and Mim, according to many scholars, a form of oath. The Alif Lam Mim, Allah is taking oath on the letters which forms the Quranic scripture, do people expect, because they believe and they want to do the right thing, that they will not be tested? You know, so that's the nature of the Islamic work, that you get tested. You're trying to do something right, you have the right intention, but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tests you right and left. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala places you in situations where you have to make choices and make calls, and you don't have the necessary credentials or even information to secure that your decision is sound. I want you to travel across. If you read that chapter carefully, it talks about the fitan, the trials and tribulations. I want you to travel across that chapter and read the final verse. If we have any Hafad here, what is the final verse? In Al-Ankabut, Dr. Hassan. وَالَّذِينَ جَاهَدُوا فِينَا لَنَهْدِيَنَّهُمْ سُبُلَنَا وَإِنَّ اللَّهَ لَمَعَ الْمُحْسِنِينَ. So that you're going to be tested. Don't expect because you try to do the right thing, things are going to be easy. You're going to be tested right or left. Listen. وَالَّذِينَ جَاهَدُوا فِينَا, those who strive in our cause, we will guide them. We'll give them guidance. I'm telling you, brothers and sisters in Islam, although Dr. Salim kept mentioning my name, and I'm sure Dr. Salah would say the same thing if he's here, but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala saved that building for the Muslim Ummah because of someone who was sincere. We don't claim it's us or anybody. Someone maybe put $10, just $10, wanting this huge, tabarakallah, facility to be of service to the next generation, to the Muslim Ummah. And Allah, He was truthful. He was truthful. You know, when we read the hadith that a man at one time giving a sadaqah to a thief, and a sadaqah to a prostitute, and a sadaqah to the one who doesn't deserve it, a rich man. But subhanAllah, that sadaqah actually changed the society because he was sincere. He was sincere, sincerity, working for Allah, for the cause of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So that could be you sitting out here, by the way. Your name is not mentioned, but Allah knows you. Allah knows you. So, you know, Dr. Salim, myself, Dr. Salah, those who take on the Islamic work need to expect the inheritance of the word of Allah, the prophets. The prophets were called sorcerers, liars, possessed by jinn. This is our share. I'm tempted to tell my little story of how I came across the Savage and how I carried it up. I'll go very brief. I will not go into too much details. I was imaming originally in Maryland, College Park, near Sheikh Safi Khan in this particular community. And I got a job offer in Colorado. I couldn't stay here. And you know, the people told me, just come and tell us what to do, and we'll. So I told them I'm here to be an imam. I don't like to be imam. You know, that whole thing is, I don't fit very well with that. So I'm going to come in and tell you what they agreed. So I did some research and we found out that we need a community center for the youth, something like that. And we need a school. We started raising money and the people were very receptive. As you know that I'm a fundraiser, I fundraise. And you're probably going to taste this now in a minute or two, inshallah. I'm going to take a push with you. I know you're expecting grand opening, but I always have that tendency. So subhanAllah, after purchasing 2 facilities, the board started giving me a hard time in Colorado. I actually was very progressive in a way that the first facility we bought was the waqf, the revival of something called endowment, the waqf. We actually bought a shopping center for $2.5 million through a halal contract. And later on, we bought a piece of land to build the community center and the school in it. Then people right away started saying the sheikh took commissions, the sheikh exactly like sheikh, and this is a bad decision, and so forth. So I think if I was grown up like now, I would have stayed, but I decided to call it quits. Okay guys, here you are bringing me, and now we're gonna, the asset, brothers and sisters in Islam, of a dad, someone who stands in front of Muslims and talk to them about Allah, is your name, your reputation. That is why you understand when they sent a messenger to Yusuf to take him out of jail, they said, no, I'm not going out until you clear up my name. I'm accused of indecencies here, that I'm a woman now. ما بال النسوة ارجع إلى ربك فاسأله ما بال النسوة. Clear my name first, because I'm going to come out and call people to Islam. I don't want to be calling people to Islam while there's, an association with adultery and all that stuff. Likewise, we as dua, we have to protect our name. And this is difficult. So I got a phone call somehow from Dr. Salim that we really would like you to come to Minhaj. So I decided to come, move here, and I left the community with 2 properties, which actually with a plan to make them and so forth. So subhanAllah, when I arrived here at the Minhaj, I really became captured by the education and the way that I have been around through a lot of schools, and I feel this is the type of education that we need to raise up the next generation of Muslims. But I liked being here, but subhanAllah, Dr. Salim started receiving emails from Colorado that this sheikh that you brought from Colorado stole our money, and he's, so man, I left the 2 properties now. So subhanAllah, I have that character of, I like to face off. So I said to Sheikh Ahmed, please forgive me. Let me go back to these guys and let me complete this project. Let me challenge them. Because they're going to keep doing that. They actually started making videos that I took the money and I ran away. Very similar, yeah. So I decided to go back to Colorado to hit this project and to make it successful. And alhamdulillah, 7 years later, this is our last year. I tell you right now, we have 2 properties which valued or assessed or appraised at $10 million. Owned by Muslims. Very successful Islamic center, very successful school, and because I believe so much in what Dr. Salim is doing, is making, I actually called the school there in Minhaj Academy, Colorado. I wanted to keep the same name. I called the school in Minhaj Academy, Colorado. Of course, after talking to the sheikh and so forth, even the sheikh started warning me, but sheikh, really we're going into a lot of pitfalls here, and I don't want whatever happens in New Jersey affect your work. I said, no, we'll do it. Don't worry about it. I really believe in what we're doing, Sheikh Salim, and I decided to do that. But alhamdulillah, we built up the program. When Dr. Salah comes in the picture, I have known Dr. Salah for many years, maybe up to 20 years now. Alhamdulillah, like many of you would know that I did groups to Hajj every year, and Dr. Salah is always in my group. and we end up sleeping in Mina's tent in Arafah every year, and he snores, I snore, and we just have that experience every year. And we exchange, he knows where my heart is, and I know what his heart is. MashaAllah, I also engaged with his work in Vineland, which is in New Jersey. They said, when the situation came to the foreclosure, I talked to Dr. Salah, and we came together and decided to build up what Dr. Salim mentioned. فالشاهد, brothers and sisters in Islam, or the final outcome, and that's what you need to know, this place is completely owned by Muslims. Alhamdulillah, the non-profit, we needed to have a non-profit, and the non-profit was Al-Minhaj Academy in Colorado, because we gave the non-profit status, purchased that place, but it was doing business as Salah Ad-Din Future Academy. Now, the head of this organization is Dr. Hassan Salah. He is the president. I am his vice, and Dr. Salim is a member, and we have a couple of other members, inshallah. We actually decided to go ahead and do a name change. So from Al-Minhaj Academy Colorado, it's going to be called Salah Ad-Din Future Academy officially. We did the name change locally in the States, but we're still processing this with the IRS. Hopefully we'll receive a confirmation soon, inshallah. The place is owned by Muslims, alhamdulillah. Brothers who put their money, their resources, and I don't want to say how much, brothers who are not here. Many people helped out to rescue this building. Myself and Islam Sam, who's really a known soldier, this guy worked so hard for this project. We traveled the country. We went to Florida, we went to Chicago, we went to where else? Pittsburgh, we went to Maryland. We went in other places, raising funds here and there. SubhanAllah, when the money was coming, alhamdulillah, for the sake of Allah, people helped out. But there is a brother out there who helped us tremendously. And he's present with us today. And I'm telling you, this brother is a treasure for this country. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect him and protect his family. And grant him the best in this world and the hereafter, Dr. Hassan Salah. Even at one stage, by the way, I went to negotiate with one of the brothers to become like an investor, coming to invest. And it was a very bad deal. I didn't realize that. The guy was telling me it's a halal. For me, it's halal. But when you looked at the numbers, he said this is worse than the lenders that Sheikh Salim was under. Although it's halal, but this guy is using us. And alhamdulillah, Allah has saved us. Shahid, brothers and sisters in Islam, we do have outstanding goodwill loans. Number one, the previous goodwill loans which Sheikh Salim acquired, SAFA will take care of that. But in our terms, because right now we have immediate need. Anything that Sheikh Ahmed, if you can show us the evidence and the proof that we will honor that. And we told that to the Sheikh, and we want to repeat that. And Dr. Salah will say the same thing. But right now we have immediate need, inshallah, that we have to pay off this year in particular. Maybe these brothers, if they can wait until this year is done, that would be a good idea, inshallah. But we need immediate need right now, because some brothers went into the pension money to give us some goodwill loans, and if we don't return that money to them by the end of the year, they're going to start incurring some penalties, and I'm sure a lot of you are aware of that, inshallah. So like you can see on the table out there, we need almost 150,000 to finish up the work, because we need to get complete city approval to run a school and run a masjid and a community center. There are some wish lists out there. You can look at it on the table. Can you guys look at that thing standing in front of you? You guys see it? Yeah, right here. Can you look at it? There is a wish list there. Of course, these numbers are estimates. I'm sure we can negotiate. You see, inshallah, we're taking care, we're free Dr. Sam from the financials, obligations, and we're going to be negotiating contracts. We have a good team who will be looking at these things carefully, inshallah, because we know Dr. Salim's excellence is in the area of education. Dr. Hassan Salah, mashallah, he's very good with numbers, mashallah, and he has a good team who will manage this place financially. Inshallah, we're going to manage it like a business so that we don't fall into these traps again, bismillah. So there is an immediate need right now in order to complete the work to receive the permanent certificate of occupancy. I would say 100,000, close to that, out there, and there is 150,000 which are due by the end of Ramadan of good loans. If anything that can help us, anyone who can give us a good loan again, but maybe to be paid later on, or to lead towards that, alhamdulillah, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reward you. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give you Jannah ya Rabbil Alameen. But I will tell you right now, the place is in a good shape. Alhamdulillah, Dr. Salim is going to be full-time here beside his job in the prison department, his part-time job there. He will be full-time here, working as the principal of this facility and the director of education for SAFA National. Because we have already 3 campuses, one in Tamarad, one in Vietnam, where Dr. Salah is, and we fadlillah, by the grace of Allah, we are talking about up to 10 learning centers, one in Chicago, one in Florida, one in South Carolina, one in San Diego, and I can go on. We have actually negotiation right now about setting them up for virtual, on-site, virtual, inshallah. And of course, other kids across the country can join the school through the virtual program from their homes, inshallah. This is in a nutshell what I wanted to share with you. I will allow Adhan. We're going to call the Adhan, and then after that, inshallah, Brother Islam will resume the program. But I'm going to come back here, inshallah, and give a push, because we need at least some brothers with some commitment today, inshallah, if we can, for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Umar, who's going to call the Adhan? جزاكم الله خيرا. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك. أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت. أستغفرك وأتوب إليك. والحمد لله رب العالمين. Allah
Hi. حي على الفلاح الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله
Moving along with the program, inshallah, I would like to call on to Dr. Hassan Salah to give us just a brief talk, and we'd love to hear from him, inshallah. So without further ado, Dr. Hassan Salah.
الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور انفسنا ومن سيئات اعمالنا من يهده الله فهو المهتد ومن يضلل فلا هادي له ولن تجد له وليا مرشدا واشهد ان لا اله الا الله وحده لا شريك له واشهد ان سيدنا ونبينا محمدا عبده ورسوله اللهم صل على محمد وعلى ال محمد كما صليت على ابراهيم وعلى ال ابراهيم وبارك على محمد وعلى ال محمد كما باركت على ابراهيم وعلى ال ابراهيم في العالمين انك حميد مجيد. السلام عليكم ورحمه الله وبركاته. I'd like to welcome everyone and thank you very much for the kind invitation of Dr. Zelle for today. It's one of the biggest, greatest days in my personal life to see that building open. And we've been working, alhamdulillah, the three of us, myself, Sheikh Karim and Dr. Zelle, diligently over the past few couple, maybe 1 year, 3 years, around 2 years. Alhamdulillah, we reached that far, that point, only by the grace of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, only by the bounty of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We can't claim that we did that ourselves. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, in a very eloquent way in Surah Al-Hajj, says, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم الذين مكناهم في الأرض أقاموا الصلاة وآتوا الزكاة وأمروا بالمعروف ونهوا عن المنكر ولله عاقبة. The ingredients of success are there. Number one, establishing prayers. Wallahi, if there is one student or two students coming to pray in this facility, it's a success. And you thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala about the success of establishing prayers. وآتوا الزكاة وآتوا الزكاة, they collect zakat. They command people to pay zakat. And enjoy righteousness and enjoy evil. These are the ingredients of success. Would it work? No. You need the bounty of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That's why the end of the ayah says, وَلِلَّهِ عَاقِبَةُ الْأُمُورِ. It's up to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's success. You can put all the ingredients together and only Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will give you success. So it is the bounty of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that they brought us all together and brought us to that point that we're opening this great facility, inshallah, to help the Muslim Ummah to have a new information to carry the message of Allah, the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. One of the things that I would like to talk about is, and this is my personal advice, and this is over the years of my life, and this is for the youth and for my sisters here, that do not just doubt your brothers and sisters in Islam working for on the path of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, for the work or for the cause of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Do not doubt, do not have this like thinking that they're doing that for other than Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And bottom line is, there is a word that really kind of I didn't like much when I heard the word competition. I hope this competition is competing for the good pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to earn His satisfaction with us, not to compete for this world. Unfortunately, what I see is a lot of some of the Islamic schools, some of the Islamic community compete with each other for the business. And this is where that they distance themselves to failure. This is when they start to go downhill. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in a very eloquent verse in Surah Al-Ra'd says, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم وأما الزبد فيذهب جفاء وأما ما ينفع الناس فيمكث في الأرض. That's why today Sheikh Ahmad Salim, Dr. Ahmad Salim came here and he said, we're still working, we're still operating in the Al-Minhaj and Salahuddin Future Academy. Why? Because this is a chain, this is a verse that says, whatever benefits people stays, it's not going away. Whatever is not benefiting people and there's personal agenda in it or business or other than the cause of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will disappear, will not stay. And I'm not making Allah, but when I see like kids who are very reading and they recite Quran, Arabic, they memorize Quran, this is what gave us the idea of the product of what kind of business these people are doing. I don't want to make it too long, but I'm just going to give you an example of my personal, our local community in South Jersey. We had a program that's another Islamic program, Islamic school, and they were operating and operating for years before us, and they asked me every time they see me, when are you opening your school? When are you opening your school? And the question to me, it was like, you're going to compete with us for students, you're going to compete with us for teachers, you might knock the tuitions down so you get more business. And wallahi, I realized that and I asked to be on their boards. And I joined their board in order to give them the message that it's not about this, it's about one Muslim kid come for prayer and one Muslim kid recite Quran. See, it does not matter. They don't make points like fingers at each other and saying, well, we are like doing business, they are like kind of using the community. The most important thing, what's going on in this facility? Is there kids who are learning? Is there kids who are praying? Is there kids who are learning Quran? That's enough. Don't talk to me about what's going on in the board or what's going on in the business. I don't care about this. I care about kids that's going to graduate from this school and from other Islamic schools. So I'm going to finish here to praise the work everyone who contributed to SAFA and going to continue to contribute to Salahuddin Future Academy. Why? Because if this is one thing that we want from Salahuddin Future Academy is to connect the Muslim Ummah together with our art, to connect the next generation Muslims together. The Prophet ﷺ, in a very eloquent way, put that hadith says, مثل الذين في تودهم وتراحمهم كمثل الجسد الواحد إذا اشتكى منه العضو تداعت له باقي سائر الأعضاء والسهر. We are one body, so we can't compete with each other. The only thing we have to compete is for the good pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We hold each other, connect each other, networking with each other, and we have to be one. It's what SAFA is. SAFA is just to make bridges between Muslims and get used together and on the path of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And last but not least, the three of us, myself, Sheikh Salim and Sheikh Karim, we are beyond our peak of our lifetime. We're at the end of our lifetime. So there is a verse in Surah Al-Kahf that we read, hopefully we read every Jumu'ah at the end of Surah Al-Kahf. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم فمن كان يرجو لقاء ربه فليعمل عملا صالحا ولا يشرك بعبادة ربه أحدا. Whoever is like seeking the meeting of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, it's going to happen to all of us soon. He should be like doing even one amal, one deed that he doesn't do shirk, doesn't associate anything with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in it. And this is, we hope, that's going to be the SAFA. Salah Future Academy, solely for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And again, whatever benefit people will stay, and whatever is home or Zelle will disappear. My brother, engineer brother Saad, told me something very nice before I come here to the to say my word, that the shaitan will come to you and tell you, don't do things because you're going to do it to show off. And if Dr. Ahmed Salim was accused of like embezzling money or taking money from the community unfairly, and Dr. Karim Hussein was accused of like running away with money from Denver, I was accused all the time by showing off. He wanted to control people with his money. He wanted to drive to like kind of push us around and make his agenda work. It didn't matter. They are always so bad. They are gonna always talk about you. No one will stop talking. Just don't pay attention, do your thing, and seek the good pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in sincerity. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless this organization, bless all the Islamic schools across the country, across the globe. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala allow us to connect with each other and be one Muslims from Ummah here in America and everywhere. Wassalamu alaikum.
Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reward you and bless you tremendously. Inshallah, I'll just call back upon Sheikh Kareem, and then we'll close with beautiful recitation with Sheikh Rajab and some closing remarks. But before we close and go for Asr, inshallah, we'll just resume with Sheikh Kareem and then conclude with the program, inshallah.
So if you're worried about Asr, inshallah, we're going to pray right away after we finish eating. I really want to, brother who's not here, his name is Ruslan, and brother Rasul, the one who joined us late. I'm not blaming you. He came but later on. I blame myself. They are from Colorado, and they helped me, both of them, may Allah reward them tremendously to make the community there realize the project in Colorado. Now look at the work of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. SubhanAllah, both of them decided to move to New Jersey. And I'm asking them, what are you doing? When we were having these internal talks with Dr. Salim and Dr. Salah, oh, Piscataway, go to Piscataway. Piscataway? It's very close to, SubhanAllah. Okay, this is the project I did, and you guys look at it. I'll never forget, wallahi, if this was, that's when we got the notice, which Dr. Salim referred to the auction was, that by November 10th, if you don't leave with these guys, the building is going to be taken away. So I came with Flo and myself. Rasul actually came from Colorado with me, and Ruslan, who was already here. And I had them to the building, and by the way, the building was not in that condition, right? It was still, we're still, improving it. And I'll never forget that statement which I heard from Ruslan, who's not here today. And that statement was by the engine. Imagine now you have to come up with $1.6 million to save that building. And you still have to negotiate with those people. He said it's haram, that's what he said. It's haram not to try to save that building. I'll never forget that line. SubhanAllah, Allah, and these brothers, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reward them tremendously. At one stage we discovered that the place owes almost $200,000 in property tax. And we're hoping that we could close without having to pay that amount, but then the closing company refused. And we had them to come up with this amount, and I told them we're short of that money, and they delivered. Allah reward them, Ya Rabb al-Alameen. Allah reward them tremendously, and I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to bless them, and bless their business, and bless their families, and protect them, and place them in this contribution they made in the scale of their deeds on Judgment Day, Ya Rabb al-Alameen. Jazakumullah khair. So I presented to Ely, and I don't want to make this a fundraising, but if you can help us out, pay off those 150, which is due the end of Ramadan. This is the promise we made to these brothers, 3 brothers, who went into their 401k, and they got us this money and they need to return it. Please, do your best if you can contribute to that with a good loan that can be extended beyond that date, which is the end of Ramadan, which is I think the end of March and the end of April, or maybe the first day or 2 in May. If you can give us a $1 to pay you back, then we'll have a little relief, inshallah. So we're talking about $150,000 that we have to come up by the end of Ramadan, inshallah. Hopefully, we have time until the September to work in that certificate of occupancy, the permanent one, which we have to also do some work. There's some certain work that we have to do, but I think we can manage that, inshallah. So if there is anyone out there who can help us out with the 150, beside the brothers who made already their work, alhamdulillah, Islam, Rasul, and Dr. Salah, anyone else who's new here who wants to put something towards that 150 would be moved, and that would be zakatable, because you're helping the Muslim community take off their debts. Please, if you can show us your hand, or you can go to the donation box, or we don't have pictures, we didn't really plan to have a fundraising, but we thought maybe we can have a couple of brothers or a couple of sisters, maybe, showing us some commitment so we can make this happen, inshallah. So if you feel like you can help us out, and you're able to, or at least you have until Ramadan, if you want to pledge it until Ramadan, the end of Ramadan, that we can have this amount, it will be really rewarded by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, just to put our hearts to rest. As for the other amount, which is the wish list, which is out there on the table, inshallah, if you want to sponsor one of these pieces of work, may Allah reward you, Rabbil Alameen, so we can obtain the permanent certificate of occupancy. The last thing, inshallah, these brothers and sisters in Islam, we can have those 10 students, so Sheikh Ahmed Salim can begin his Ramadan tahfiq program. I think he will have more information for you. So if you have 2 children sitting at home, I think this is a good opportunity for you to enroll, so we can make a commitment to this program, and also, inshallah, we will have a summer program for you to start the activities here, so we can run this as a successful business, without you enrolling and participating in the activities. It will become a little bit challenging, inshallah. So I'm not going to turn this into a fundraising or action fundraising, but I will be sitting out there if you want to come and whisper in my ear. Anything that you want to do, even $1,000, even $2,000, anything towards the 150. This is our priority right now, is I would like to pay those people back, like I promised them, by the end of Ramadan, and we owe them $150,000. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reward anyone who can ease that hardship, Ya Rabb al-Alameen. Jazakumullahu khairan. With this, inshallah, I will call upon the Imam of Masjid Salah al-Din, Sheikh Rajab Himawi. I want to let you know that he's officially hired by our institution to head the imamship of this masjid, inshallah, and also to be the lead, like Dr. Salim mentioned, the Arabic and Quran programs. We know that he has the experience and he has the ability to teach Quran to our young ones, inshallah. He will be here in Ramadan, and we have to fight for him, by the way. We have to actually go and fight. I mean, not physically fight, but to actually bring him here this year. Alhamdulillah, he sacrificed also and showed us that he really loves to be with us here in this facility, inshallah. So we'll be leading the Tarawih. I will be coming back and forth because I cannot leave the project here. The project here is, mashallah, is very fruitful at this stage, and I have to shuttle until I figure out maybe we'll move here for a while. We'll see, inshallah. Allah will be the best of planners here, inshallah. But jazakumullah khairan, I will call up Sheikh Rajab after Islam or before Islam. Yeah, Sheikh Rajab, inshallah. But please, I'm going to go settle my seat there. I expect, I don't know many of you here, maybe I know you by face, but if I can have a couple of whispers, inshallah, from some of you, so that we can secure at least third of that amount today, inshallah. Jazakumullah khairan. Assalamu alaikum.
Jazakallah khair. Real quick, just before Sheikh Rajab comes in, we can put the program. If I may ask the parents who have their children in babysitting, if they can pick them up, inshallah. We are concluding the program, so we kindly ask the parents who have their children in babysitting if they can pick them up, inshallah. So without further ado, Sheikh Rajab Binawi, tafadhal.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. الحمد لله رب العالمين، نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ به تعالى من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا. من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له، واشهد ان لا اله الا الله وحده لا شريك له، واشهد ان محمدا عبده ورسوله وصفيه من خلقه وخليله. نشهد انه قد بلغ الرساله وادى الامانه ونصح للامه فكشف الله تعالى به الامه وجاهد في الله حق جهاده حتى اتاه اليقين. فاللهم اجزه عنا افضل ما جزيت نبيا عن امته ورسولا عن دعوته ورسالته، واعلي اللهم على جميع الدرجات درجته، واحصرنا في الاخره تحت لوائه وزمرته، واوردنا في الاخره حوضه. اللهم لا تجعل لقلوبنا الان حوضا ترده الا كتاب سنه نبيه صلى الله عليه وسلم، افضل صلاه واتم سلام واكمله واعلاه. اللهم ارنا الحق حقا والباطل باطلا، ووفقنا لاتباع الحق والعمل به والدعوه اليه والصبر على الاذى في سبيله ابتغاء وجهك وطلب مرضاتك. Dear brothers and sisters, I would like to welcome you, the generous presence of our brothers and sisters, youth, children, and I would like to extend a warm welcome to the chairman, Professor Dr. Hassan Salah, and Sheikh Imam Karim Abu Zayd, Dr. Saleh, everybody. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said in the Quran, وَأَنَّ الْمَسَاجِدَ لِلَّهِ فَلَا تَدْعُوا مَعَ اللَّهِ أَحَدًا. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said the place of worship are only for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So do not invoke any besides Him. وقال سبحانه أيضا إنما يعمر مساجد الله من آمن بالله واليوم الآخر وأقام الصلاة and the last day, and maintain their prayers and give the zakat, and fear no one but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. سيدنا جابر بن عبد الله رضي الله تعالى عنه في حديث رائع جميل قال النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم فيه: من بنى لله مسجدا ولو كمفحص قطار أو أصغر بنى الله له بيتا في الجنة. It was narrated from Jabir ibn Abdullah radiallahu ta'ala anhu that the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, whoever built a masjid for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, like a sparrow nest or even smaller, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will build for him a house in paradise. So we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to reward the brother Dr. Salim, Dr. Hassan Salah, Dr. Sheikh Karim Abu Zayd, and everyone. He put the prayer or sins even a dollar to build the masjid sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So dear brothers and sisters, the existing of masjid in the land of Islam or outside the land of Islam is very important. It's very important, and this has been the best of our fathers. So if they would come upon a new land, they rushed to establish a masjid there, following the footsteps of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, which was the first of his purifying actions when he came upon the Medina. He attended the temple. He built the masjid sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So the first great action the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam he did after he went to Medina, he built the masjid sallallahu alaihi wasallam. In the masjid is to be attended in congregation, and it gathering to the Muslims multiple times a day. Also in it are given chiefs and repeated teachings and knowledge until masjid in Muslims countries become university. But when there is no university before in the first day of Islam. In the early days of Islam, there is no university. But the masjid, it becomes the university for the Muslims. So you can get the knowledge, the teachings, recite the Quran, even the division of the state. It was taken in the masjid. Dear brothers and sisters, that's why we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and we hope from Allah Azza wa Jalla that the Academy of SAFA, Salah al-Din Future Academy, as well as in this country, will be a beacon of knowledge and spreads goodness. So finally, my dear brothers and sisters, I will welcome you again in this foundation, in our masjid, Salah al-Din. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to help us. We can graduate the children of Muslims to be a Salah al-Din, inshallah. وصلى الله وسلم وبارك على محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم. وأسأل الله جل وعلا في هذه الأيام الطيبة المباركة أن يبلغنا رمضان وأن يتقبله منا إذا بلغنا إياه. فاللهم آمين، والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
Just really quickly, inshallah, we'll be offering Salat al-Asr at 5:30. Upstairs in the masjid is an area for the sisters and the brothers. We encourage the brothers and sisters, inshallah, after they're completed with the eating to make their way upstairs for the Salat. We'll be praying in the masjid upstairs at 5:30, inshallah. And then also we have pre-registration available. As I said, Ahmed has mentioned, those who registered today, registration fees are waived. Please stop by the reception desk with Sister Yasmin to register for the upcoming school year so that you can log your name and the student, your children's name in. And finally, as the Sheikh has mentioned, we'll be having Sheikh Al-Rab with us and month of Ramadan, so we encourage your brothers and sisters to attend with us. And we'll be also having daily iftar during the month of Ramadan, so we encourage you to come break your fast with us and get the barakah, inshallah. And last but not least, the appeal that we are requesting from the brothers and sisters. Anybody who's interested in making any donations, they can go straight to the kiosk machine, the big machine, and give whatever donation they can. The machine is upstairs by the main entrance. You can, inshallah,